Hello, hello, my fishies. That's right, I'm sick. Happy New Year. For all the new viewers, I'm Kat. This is the Fire Tuna Club, and I'm going to cover a project I feel like I can say is complete enough to actually post a video about. I originally completed the first iteration of this back in May 2020, and anybody who's worked on a project like this knows that the first prototype is not the last prototype, and it's a process of iterating. So I've included some of the streams I did iterating on some of the latest updates I've made. While past me is making a fresh change list of things that need modifications, I can already tell you since 2020, I basically redid all the joints. I modified the hands and feet to be magnetic. I redid the hip joints. I've also made alternate tops since then. And basically all the fine tuning that I'll be doing in this video is more of making it easier to have a final product that works. As it is, this one has a couple of tight points, which actually make it into the list. Now, I put the list together and spent time making those edits slowly but surely in Blender. Being said, I wanted to let you all know that I am going to be more active on Twitch. I actually have already been streaming on Twitch for a bit now, which is where some of these clips came from. And you can kind of see that I'm figuring stuff out so that I can stream and use the video footage later to make a video for YouTube in such a way that it makes it easier for me to edit videos. So if you want to see projects and stuff that I'm working on before they get finished, head over to twitch.tv/firetunaclub. Go ahead and give me a follow, just so you can get up to date on what I'm working on and hang out while I'm doing stuff. Once I finish the first round of edits in Blender, I bring it into my program to slice it for the printer to print. I still have to do a couple of edits here in terms of figuring out how best to print the parts, because I do actually want to share this with you when my project is completely done and ready to go. Printer's done, I get the new parts cleaned up, more commonly referred to as post-processing, when I get it ready to swap out on the parts that needed improving. In most cases, since there's a left and a right side, I leave the old part and put on the new part and compare the two to see if any improvements were actually made. In some cases, I succeeded, like the feet, and in other cases, I actually made it worse, like the neck. My modifications made it too loose and the head flopped around, so that actually had to go back on the list. Finalize the list of new edits. Go over there, get into Blender, do it again. You get it. Print, assess. Make new list, back in Blender. I could repeat this a couple more times, but I think you get the idea. Here was my latest stream where I think I had perfected the elbows by then, fixed all my issues with the feet, adjusted the hands, and finished working on the forearms so that the wrists weren't quite so narrow. There's still a few more spots that I need to fix, but largely I like to think that I'm almost ready to say that this is at a version 2 and almost ready to share with other people, which is very exciting. I know the process I want to do in which I can share this on demand style with you all. I just need to look into it more and research it a bit more. But I've already started working on some patterns. You'll see here later on that I've modified one of the patterns that's already in my free patterns collection to fit this new body. But all that to say, Happy New Year. I'm still here, still working on stuff. A lot of stuff in my life has changed for the better. I would love to get into it, but that's a whole nother rant on its own. So if you want to hear more, head over to Twitch and catch me there. If you want to see sneak peeks on what I'm working on, again, Twitch. I'm trying to be active on Instagram again. As usual, I'm working on a million different things, trying not to, but I can't help myself. Just reach out, say hello, and hopefully I'll be able to release this doll soon for others to be able to use their G1 Monster High heads, or, stop trying to find that missing arm and just print a whole new body off and get some love to those dolls that just aren't complete anymore. Basically, also, since I missed all the holidays, I hope you had a happy Halloween, a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Um, Man, a lot's happened since June. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you all when I finish another project.